And we are live. SMT Podcast, November 19th, 2021. I got my buddy, No Radio, in the house. What's
What
up,
up? What
man?
up? What up? What
Yeah,
up?
man. All right. So, me and No Radio, we've been in communications pretty frequently throughout the last several months. Things are going on in telco. We discuss things going on with carriers and networking. I don't know, we've had some pretty solid discourse discoveries, network technologies, and upgrades. I get kind of the scope on what's going on in the Carolina area. I kind of give him the what's going on in the CLE. I think together we got a pretty good feel on what the carriers are doing. The first thing we wanted to do tonight is discuss the C-band situation. So before we start that, though, I do want to say hello to the people here in the live chat. Steven, what is good, sir? MS is here. We got speed testing and technologies videos. Good to see you. Ethan is in the house. We got Big Term. Ashay is here. Medardo, what's going on? He said, "Donde está? Estoy aquí." You didn't know I know how to speak that stuff, did you? See, I speak like 17 languages, bro. What's up, Mike? What's up, Jose? Good to see you guys. We got Marc. Need to fix sound. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I hear a static sound every time you speak. Is that what they're hearing?
All right, hold on. I can fix that.
Or is it both of us? Mm. I'm not going anywhere.
All right, let's that fix it. Is it still there?
No, I don't hear it.
Okay. That was who? Ashay, let me know if you still hear it.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't hear it.
All right, good. Sylvain, we got Cesar. Good to see you. Michael is here. Can we congratulate Tech Extremist for 1 million views? Absolutely. Congratulations, Mr. Tech Extremist.
Congratulations, bro.
For a YouTube creator. Let me tell you, man. Big shout out to Tech Extremist. A lot of hard work, a lot of videos, dedication to his craft, making good content, testing and recording and editing, and always making good content. Congratulations, man. Job well done. Big shout out to Kamikaze. Appreciate you, man. Qais is in the house. That's right. Fixed. Awesome. Thank you. Sounds good. What's up, Mike? Audio now good. See, this is what I don't understand. Like, I don't know if Yasmin comes down here and starts messing with cables, but like randomly, I gotta like readjust a couple of things. Like this time, I just had to mess with the XLR. I'm guessing she maybe just disconnected it a little bit or it got loose, but it's good. We're good. And thanks for that super chat, Kamikaze. Appreciate you, man. Kazi Kid in the house. All right, so we're up to speed with the live chat. All right, dude. I don't know if I should just share the stupid thing or whatever the case may be. There's a letter that went out from, let me see, who the hell was this guy? U.S. Senate representatives are sending letters to the FCC. All right, so let's frame this properly. This is all politics, okay? The FCC has a new chairwoman, right? She was previously like the temporary acting chairwoman. Now we got this new one, but she's been on the FCC. So President Biden appoints her. She's got a lot to do. In my opinion, I think the FCC they've been absolute trash. The Ajit Pai era was garbage can residue. All right, it was horrible. He was terrible. They accomplished absolutely nothing, with the exception of finally convincing the DoD to release C-band, right? Like CBRS, all the stuff that's in the 3 gigahertz range. Like that stuff's starting to get
should have happened 10 years ago.
It should have happened. I was saying that the auction should have happened in 2015 when we got AWS. You know, because if you would have auctioned it between like 16 and 17, you're deploying an 18. You know what I'm saying? At the latest. So I don't know. We've been behind, so I'm not a big fan of what the FCC has been in the. Here's a chance for a new one. They can do some different things. This is something they're going to have to deal with. It's on their plate right now. All right. The letter that I read today was citing the altimeter interference possibilities. Don't get me wrong. No radio. I'm all about safety, but I'm not about games. All right. So, and the reason I say that is because I know that Boeing and these aircraft manufacturers and these aircraft operators, they're airplane businesses. They run commercial flights for passengers, and they run 3 different redundancies for landing these planes and taking off in these planes. One of them are the altimeters that they use for autopilot when they land and when they take off. So these altimeters use radar in the 4.2 to 4.4 gigahertz frequencies. C-band currently is between 3.7 and 3.9. Okay, so that means there's about 300 megahertz of separation there.
Yep.
In and of itself, that's a lot of space, right? It's not really neighboring all that much. And then they've also got additional guard. And this is A block, means it's at the lowest frequency, closest to 3.7, right? So AT&T and Verizon will be sharing deployment of the A block, which is 3.7 and 3.8. There's a lot of space, band. If the altimeters are up to date, if they are modernized and they work properly with filtering technologies, there's no risk of interference, right?
Yeah.
So we've got this old legacy tech in these old aircrafts that needs to be upgraded, and they don't want to pay to replace these altimeters. To me, it's a reach. They're reaching out to find somebody to pay for the replacements. Now, C-band is an issue. Not a year ago, not 3 years ago, not 5 years ago when they knew that C-band was going to be released, right? Now it's a problem because it's actually happening.
So my question is, does someone already make a filter for those frequencies? That frequency range?
Of course.
Dude, okay. So like I got like 100 filters in the truck. I can block out everything from 800, 750. These are not expensive parts. Yeah, there's something fishy there.
And then you can also tune good altimeters to go higher in frequency. They can go to 4.4, right? Yeah. Instead of being F. See, that's how you know their story doesn't add up. They're saying there's a risk for interference. Well, why don't you turn up your frequency, right? And then we're operating at 3.7, 3.8, and then you're at 4.4 if you're really worried about it, right?
But you're talking about an RF filter, okay? So RF filters, they operate on, what is it, capacitance? These are cheap things, even if they didn't have to replace it.
They don't want filters. You know what they want? Brand new altimeters. They want brand new altimeters that's going to take them another 50. These are from the 1970s, those altimeters.
They probably work better than the damn new ones.
But the new ones don't have any interference issue.
I don't think the old ones do.
Well, me neither, but I'm just saying you can't have that story. They just want new gear, I think, is what this is about. All right.
So I guess the question is, whose brother works at the place that makes the new gear? Who's got a buddy that works in the FCC,
or whose neighbor
in the FAA
owns like 50% of the shares in the company.
Yeah, there's a kickback coming.
Here's the thing. When I was reading the complaint, the letter that went to the FCC chair, they mentioned a flight that crashed in 2009. It was a Boeing 737. It happened in a Turkish airline in Amsterdam. You don't even have to do that. I already got it. I got it right here.
I'm gonna read it again later.
Yeah, there's two investigations that happened for this flight coming down. All right, so listen to this. The plane was landing on autopilot. The 2 pilots that were commanding the flight, there was 2 co-pilots and then a junior pilot. By the way, all 3 passed away. There were 9 dead in this plane crash, so it was really serious. They blamed the crash on a faulty left altimeter. So the left side of the plane, apparently there's 3 altimeters on the plane. The front end, the back end, and or 4 altimeters. I have no idea. It caused the plane to full straight drop from 700 meters. Because I guess what it does is it gauges how far it is from the ground.
It dropped out for a second.
Yeah, bro, it keeps disconnecting. I'm not sure why.
That's just one of them days.
All right.
So you need tech extremists on this one.
Yeah, let's see if this should be okay now. I think we're good. Okay. We good? Okay. All right, so the faulty altimeter caused the plane to drop it assumed that it was time to land based on the distance, but the altimeter failed. 700 meters down, complete crash. Everything wrecked.
Wow.
Died, tons injured. They ran an investigation. They said faulty altimeters. Secondary investigation. It took a decade, so it went from 2009 to 2020. Second investigation pointed blame at Boeing for risky design, poor design, with faulty safety assessments. So the first initial investigation blamed the altimeters, but they were saying that the pilots should not have had it on auto, and they broke protocol. They're saying they should have took over manual and landed the plane themselves. So basically they're saying, why did they have it on auto? So that's the way this thing played out. So they blamed the pilots, saying that they should have disabled the autopilot and they should have landed it manually. My question to you is this: what does this have to do with this? Look at what they're pointing back to: a crash from 2009 from a Turkish Airlines in Amsterdam that had nothing to do with C-band.
I figured it out, Sneed. What they're telling you is they can't get these altimeters right without C-band in the air.
There you go. There you go. They've been cutting up since way before the satellite frequencies. Bruh, American federal safety officials and Boeing somehow, some way swept this under the rug, and nothing came of that secondary investigation. Blame was placed on the pilots for breaking protocol. That's how this whole thing ended.
Someone told me a while back that that's actually very normal to let the plane land itself.
It is.
That's very normal. That's probably why they didn't try to correct it. They were like, 1,000 times it always lands.
Times. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know, dude. I just don't get what this has to do with C-band and interference, because interference didn't bring down the plane. A poorly designed, failing altimeter brought down the plane. Right? Now, if Jessica Rosenworcel, the FCC, has half a brain or a third of a brain, she's going to say, what does C-band have to do with this? You're telling me that altimeters fail. I get it. Why haven't you replaced yours? Here we are with C-band. Why haven't you replaced it? That's total neglect. I would fine them. I would sue them. I would sue the FAA and sue the aircraft operators.
Absolutely.
I'd say we auctioned this a year ago. You knew it was coming 5 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what have you done to prepare for this?
Hey, sounds like,
bro. Hey, I went to Satellite Reddit, and I looked. People have been putting filters on their C-band sets for 2 years. 2 years.
That's how you know somebody makes one. Okay, that's what I was saying. Does anybody make one?
Come on, your boy does a little homework, bro. I know. I seem like a little casual, bro, but I had to do my homework. You know?
No, that's not what I was saying. I'm saying I was asking you, because the only reason why it matters is if no one makes one, they got to come up with some whole new filter. Fact. That's a different thing, you know. Well, that's engineering, R&D, development, all that. But if it already exists, this is redundant at this point.
But NR, what else happens here is that you have Ericsson now vouching, Nokia vouching, Samsung vouching as vendors representing the carriers. Like, there's no interference risk. We made the equipment. We made this at C-band gear, all the antennas, the radios, it's ready to scale, bro. Like, this stuff's about to get delivered. Like, I got it getting delivered by the Crizib. All right. It is on deck, bro. They are installing shit as we speak.
Yeah.
Man, these people are crazy. I swear, man, if the FCC entertains this, then, you know, AT&T and Verizon are going to say, we want our money back. We just paid $8 billion to accelerate Block A repack.
Jesus Christ.
$8 billion. And they're going to accelerate the repack of Block B and C, and that's $3 billion. I'm telling you, dog, it's bad. I mean, could you imagine them suing the carriers, suing the FCC suing the FAA? Like, where's this going?
We're going to be on canes before they get out of court.
I'll have a new hip and you'll have 2 new knees.
They're gonna be like the FCC investigated itself and found no fault.
Yeah, it is terrible, man. James, that's a good question, James. You don't want that feature. They're charging $5 to use some Verizon feature to have Alexa enabled, so you could do like voice commands instead of like typing or something stupid.
Yeah, that's on my new laptop too. Ugh. They're trying to
What up,
stick
Moose?
Alexa
What's
on
going
everything.
on?
Are you
bro?
ready for this? Oh, we're ready.
Yo, DJ, kick the music.
Kick the music.
I was ready, dog. I was ready yesterday, dog. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this.
Moose, are you following the C-band situation? Did you get that update we got today?
This is some blasphemous shit, man. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Okay, I'm about to go off, bro. No, right, no limit.
Hold on. Before you go off, I just want you to know there are people out there that do listen to our show throughout their home on their Sonos and all that. So children and women.
That's fine. That's fine. You see, it's a
family show, dog.
this is the issue that I see. Okay, it's been 3 years to the day that we had an opportunity to have discussions, deliberations, and standards in place. And the month that they were supposed to launch it, which was supposedly, it was never confirmed, but never denied. It was December 2021, right? That's when everything was going to be turned on.
The FCC cleared C-band broadcasting December 5th.
Correct. So if it's cleared on December 5th, it's going to be turned on in December 5th. That's how it works.
If carriers wanted to, they could.
Exactly. So the issue that I have with this, okay, is that Europe is utilizing the same frequencies. Okay, that's a fact. Canada is using the same frequencies. They are a neighbor to the north. Facts. They have a much smaller guard band than we do. And at the end of the day, we need to get this spectrum on air. Period. No discussion, no deliberation, just needs to happen.
You notice that they actually don't talk about the guard band? They don't. They just keep going back to their altimeters as the sort. They just want them for free. They want free replacements. They didn't want to pay for it. That's why this lingered last second. They didn't want to pay. You know, what are you going to do? You're going to put this in the infrastructure bill? You know, what are you going to do? Is Biden going to find money for this? Where's the money coming from, dog? Seriously.
Sounds like the FAA needs to sue the damn FCC.
You're going to, well, I mean, the FAA represents the aircraft operators.
Exactly. They need to go sue the FCC because they sold the frequencies. Then make them to pay for the damn altimeters out of the money they already got.
But it's still not solving the issue. The issue is that these companies, these aircraft operators, not just them, it's anybody, right?
It's somebody's brother-in-law. We know this already.
But these people have no fear of fake litigation, time wasting, and tax-paying dollars going out the window. Oh, seriously. That's what this boils down to. Wait, I think this is actually a wrong statement. From what I understand, during the Trump administration, the FAA was completely disabled and lost a lot of their pull under the Trump administration. Back in like 2016, he stripped away a lot of regulatory ability. You know, the FAA used to actually have a lot of regulation authority over equipment, and they lost it all under the Trump administration. So I don't know. I don't think they outweigh the FCC in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I will say that I take aircraft operation very seriously. I just know cheap asses when I see it. And those that they're trying to, you know, they don't want to bite the bullet and pay the cost. But it's a business expense. These people are just, I think it's irrational. You know, if you're Rolex and you're selling shakes, you have to buy cups. You know what I'm saying? To sell your daggone shakes. So you want to sell your flights, you need to have altimeters that work. And so to know that the satellite, bro, everybody's been buying filters for C-band on satellite for years now.
So has anybody consulted with an actual like overseas airline?
You know,
like anybody made a statement from an overseas airline?
Bro, I reached out to some of my Twitter friends, you know, from Germany, and I literally tagged them and I said, are there any aircraft coming down, American aircraft coming down from C-band in your country? And they said none. And I think their C-band is like 3.5 gigahertz. Like it's within that same 3 gigahertz range. They said, no, that stuff doesn't happen. I'm like, do you guys get American flights over there? They're like, yeah, we get American flights all the time. It's not happening. It's all a farce. I just really hope that the people who are overseeing this have a mind, open, that's like not going to fall for any tomfoolery and chicanery, because it doesn't make sense from an RF standpoint. That's all I know, and we need the spectrum. We need
this is all I know. Okay. I have been told by my sources it's going to happen in Feb. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's going to happen. That's what I've been told. So I'm just waiting for the day that they tell me that it's going to launch in the cities that they have the panels, or in the cell sites that have the panels, and everything will be happy in the world again.
Come on, man. They're going to be putting up all this gear to just have it sit there and not go live. It's not happening. I'm of the belief that it's going live in January. Personally, I think AT&T and Verizon are going live in January. I don't think if the problem is this is a safety concern. If Boeing and these aircraft operators care about people's lives, they'll change the altimeters. The cost of doing business.
No.
If they care, it's on. Everybody says this will make the carriers look bad. How? The FCC approved it for a December 5th clear. How do carriers look bad?
Who's everybody? Where are these people at?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how would the carriers look bad, because they were sold spectrum for $80 billion. They accelerated repack for an additional $8 billion for Block A. They're at $90 billion spent on $92 billion spent on the spectrum. It's going live, bro. I mean, look at how nice Verizon and AT&T are about it. They're like, yeah, we'll delay it another month. That's fine. It's okay. Really, what they want to say is shut the hell up. You guys got all this time to get ready, and you're not. They failed. It's funny. This is exactly what Mike Seaver has been saying to Charlie Ergen and Dish. Why aren't you getting your customers' phones? Same thing. Yep. Why aren't you getting them 5G phones, man?
5G phones can't be that expensive, considering like Metro PCS. You can pretty much get any phone in the store for less than $50 if you pay for 3 months of service.
If you port in, you get stuff for free.
Oh, even without port in.
Oh, really?
You can go. I've got a Metro line I was testing with. It's the Nord N200. It's 5G phone. I got it for $60 with 3 months of service. Just had to pay for 3 months.
Cheap, man. For
Cricket 5G phone. Cricket's doing the same thing. You pay for 3 months of service, free phone.
And they're what, like?
It's like $60 a month. So it's like you end up paying like $180 and you get a free phone.
And what type of phone are we talking about? Like a Motorola, a Nord?
Mid-range 5G phones.
Yeah.
So I mean, no excuses. No excuses, Dish.
What's up, Nick?
Yeah, both Cricket and Metro are running specials like that.
All right. So so UK's got N78 up to 3.8 megahertz. It should be gigahertz, I think, right? Okay.
Yes.
3,800 megahertz. Okay.
Yes, megahertz.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. Are American planes coming down because of your guys' N78? That's what I want to know. Yeah.
Sounds like the pilots need to start back flying.
You know what's interesting about UK? All 4 carriers have C-band. So imagine that 500 megahertz slice, right? 3.3 to 3.8 is divided up into 4 instead of 3.
What's their guard band, if you know, Joeseph? Let us know, because we have 200 megahertz total. Oh, and they're not using the upper block right now because that's blocks B and C, right? So that's more guard band.
You know what I could
400 megahertz of guard.
You know what I could do with that 200 megahertz? That's a whole nother gigabit of throughput.
It absolutely is.
And that's at 256 QAM.
Mm-hmm. I know. QAM. Imagine if you start going with the more advanced beamforming tech and all the antennas.
Well, yeah, you start doing like multiple in, multiple out. Yeah, now you're talking about multi-gig.
Hi, Yasmin. What's up?
Yeah. It's a waste of guard band.
Why you got scissors in your hand?
Yeah.
Don't cut my mic, please. That's an expensive mic.
Or the beard. Don't cut the beard.
You can cut the beard. It'll grow back.
Cut mine.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Uncle No Radio. He ain't got no radio. Yes, man. Get out of here. Stop.
I'm about to change my name
To
No Altimeter.
No Altimeter. NA.
No,
Altimeter. All right, here we got Kazi. We got Uncle Jose. Yeah.
I don't see 3.
Well, you know Uncle Moose, the original Cha-Cha. You know.
Why is there a bird right there?
Oh, you see the duck in the corner?
Yeah.
That's a StreamYard duck. Your dad doesn't want to pay for it.
He got to buy Christmas presents. Yeah.
This means you're gonna hurt your finger. I don't want you to cut your finger.
Won't.
All right. Well,
I've
time for you to go.
thought-
So Daddy can finish the podcast.
No, Mom said I will crash.
Nope, you can't crash.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
All right. Well, I think we're good with the. Yasmin, where are you going? You want this side? All right. I think we're good on the C-band stuff. What else is going on, Moose? Should we talk about multi-gig fiber from AT&T?
Well, I mean, it's getting interesting. A lot of people are excited about multi-gig, dog. A lot of people.
That was
you know who's
Moose,
the
that was the most watched video this week on my channel.
Oh wow! And I believe if not the most anticipated fact of the fiber rollout is the SMT corridor is about to be upgraded.
I was telling Anar about that, man. We were talking a little bit about some coaxials and such earlier.
Yeah.
And he brought up some good points, Moose. The fiber build is expensive, right?
Right.
What AT&T is doing, and it's to their advantage, is they're going to places where it's bad cable, and it's DSL. Like, it's easy to get customers. Like, take for example my situation. Cox is the worst. They treat their customers like crap. Their product sucks. Their customer care is horrible. Their pricing isn't very competitive. I got to pay $60 to get 10 megabits uplink. All right. With fiber, I'm automatically going to a gig for that price. $65 a month. I'm at a gig symmetrical. If I wanted to, I can go 2 gigs now for 110. Nobody even offers it, right? It's just AT&T. And then the downlink and the uplink is symmetrical. If I want to go 5 gig, they're doing it now on our Raleigh, North Carolina's already got it live. There's some other markets that got it live too.
By the way, speaking about Raleigh, I've heard some very interesting things. As soon as SMT and Tech Life and the Reddit post, went live about Raleigh, apparently I've heard that there's been a significant increase of upgrades to the 2 and the 5. I'm shocked still because we talked offline, with Sneed. Who the hell is going to need 5 gigs? Seriously. Like, who needs that much bandwidth, man, at the house?
People still want it just because.
They'll pay for it, right? Okay, so here's AT&T's process. I got 2 gig. I got $110. I'll almost triple that for an extra $70. Right? That's how they're gonna sell it. It's for $180. I'm gonna give you the 5 gig symmetrical.
Well, for an extra $70, you could have a redundant service in the house.
Connection.
Right? Yeah.
That's right. So if your fiber was to go down, you're still backed up.
That's why I told you, like, these the major businesses around here. Like, we've got one business. They've got North State. They've got Spectrum. They've got AT&T. They got them all same time. They've got everything you can get in the building.
They can't go down.
They can't go down. It's the Coliseum. They can't go down while they're doing a live ACC basketball game. They can't go down. It can't happen.
They can't go down.
And they also have DAS systems in there.
DAS systems for the cellular.
Yep. Yeah. All carriers.
Yep. And they have partnerships with the Wi-Fi too. It's I forget the name of the company.
Well, in that particular one, North State runs all the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
We're the redundancy, and AT&T is a redundancy.
Dang.
But
they're serious about their connection. Dang, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know a lot of people that do have a second connection. Like they'll have like Verizon Fios, they'll have Spectrum, some combination of that.
Where more and more people are leaning on their hotspot as their secondary connection. And for
a
lot
personal,
of people,
like for your home, right? Like for like your kids and stuff like that.
So I put it to you like this. I've had customers that they might have, 400 meg service, right? Their modem dies or something goes wrong, line comes down, service is out, and they're having to use their hotspot for like 3 days. You know what they all tell me? They tell me, man, work just as good on the hotspot.
They're crazy.
They're
crazy.
But what they're figuring out is that some people think they need all the speed in the world, and they're realizing like, oh, this worked just as good because I'm not the user I think I am.
Yeah, but there's no cellular plan that gives you the total data usage allowance.
But for 3 days to get you by while you're waiting,
right? But you're not going to say I'm going to change my plan because of 3 days of experience was good.
But what I'm saying is those people are now more open to going to a wireless provider for their home internet.
That's true.
Because they have more faith in it now.
That's true.
There you go. They're surprised.
Who's pulling it off? Is it more like the AT&T and T-Mobile customers? Because Verizon
doesn't matter.
Network...
Well, so in the city, I mean, like I said, in the city, it's going to be Verizon. I mean, Verizon, like I said, most people are not even talking about T-Mobile home internet here.
Not yet, huh?
And it's just like same thing. Starlink, same thing with Starlink. I mentioned Starlink to at least one person a week because they see me in my big bucket truck and they're like, "When you come into my street?" And I'm like, "Hey, you should check out Starlink." What the hell is that? They have no clue.
You're telling them to check out Starlink, and
I'm neutral, dude. I'm neutral.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, there's no hope of them getting connected any other way.
It's not, well, like I say, some of these people, like I told you about, it's not just where you are, but also how far you are from other people. So you get these people out in the country where their houses are 3 football fields apart. Who's building a network for them? Nobody wants to. Well, there's dollars in it now. It's still, nobody wants to build it. You're talking about spending $7,000-8,000 to get for each house to get service to them.
So why was it worth it then? Why is it not worth it now?
No, I'm saying they've never had high speed in these areas. Never from any operator. Yeah, they've got.
My point is this: is that there was a time where there was nothing.
Wait, let me ask this to NR. Hold on, let me ask this to NR. So we have confirmations, right, that for the next several years, right, these fiber providers will be increasing their footprint because of multiple reasons, right? Increases in penetration, primarily, but then also the broadband plan, right, through the infrastructure bill, et cetera, right?
Yep. Spectrum got about 16 billion of that.
Right. So is Spectrum going to then build fresh fiber, or are they going to do coaxial?
So remember, Spectrum does not identify those markets. For one, the government identifies where it's going, not us. That's number one. Number two, it depends on where you are. So I'll give you an example. If you're already in a city and it's going to be a bunch of houses right next to each other, they're doing fiber to the prim. But if you're 5 miles outside of town, they're not going to run fiber to the prim out there. It's just not cost effective because the houses are 1,000 to 2,000 feet apart out there.
Is there any hope that Spectrum is going to overlay the copper with fiber?
It's not necessary yet. That's the thing. It's not necessary yet. Because I'll give you an example. If you look at just think about it, you look at a coverage area, right? So I'll give you an example. We got one county here with 500,000 people that we can serve, right? We mess around and we spend $700 million to redo all that in fiber, right? We won't get our money back. It's just it's donations.
But the new builds should
like
be
I said,
fiber.
New builds where there are suburban close together homes, it's cost effective. We're talking about rural. Rural are the underserved people. Suburban people are not underserved.
Well, this is
This
is why I've been a big fan of the fixed wireless access.
That's why That's what I told you earlier.
You run fiber to site. You put the backhaul in, and then you just put a bunch of bandwidth on there, right?
What did I tell you earlier when I was talking to you on the phone? I said wireless is going to be more realistic.
I've been pushing fixed wireless for a couple of years now.
Wireless is going to be more cost effective, and you're going to be able to serve more people faster without basically bankrupting all your providers trying to do it.
But there are some people who are just not going to get the service because it's wireless. You know, there will be a slew of people.
You get some of these folks that the fastest they can get is 1 meg.
They'll take it.
They'll take it
all day because they'll get 200-300 megabits per second on the wireless.
I can take you right where that guy has that CBRS site right now. The DSL from AT&T out there is 1 megabit.
That's crazy.
Okay,
that is crazy.
I can pull 175 off the T-Mobile tower right there in the same spot. So
they got Magenta Max out there.
All they got to do is send the sales rep out there and go, look at this speed. Look at how fast this YouTube plays. They can't even play 480 with that 1 meg connection. You know?
Yeah, I can't believe that's even a thing.
So
I would
Sneedman, let me get NR's opinion about your idea. So Starlink is coming in at $100 a month, right? NR, $100 a month service. You put a deposit of $500, and you pay sales tax, whatever. That's fine. So Sneed was theorizing all these people in the rural, houses very far away from the fiber line, but they're willing to pay extra for the fiber connection if they can get it. So here's the idea that Sneed is floating around. And I'm going to give 100% credit to Sneed on this. Sneed.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Now we got another Yasmin showing up. There
we go.
See, now it's really a family show. Hi, Yasmin's twin.
What is this?
Sneed speaking to you. Look, speak to him.
Hi, honey. How you doing?
You camera shy, huh?
And how old is she? 3?
She's 5.
She's 5?
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't get a good look because she wasn't standing up. Let me see.
She's 5. I'm sitting down.
She's exactly Yasmin's age. Yep, that's little Yasmin. That's the same thing.
Oh, Lord. And we don't use
she's
that.
Kindergarten.
So NR, the question to you is if a customer wanted fiber, right? And the base price is, let's say, $35 plus a $10 equipment fee, so $45, right? Let's say we bump that up to $100 a month. Same as Starlink, right? Same as Starlink, $100 a month, but it guarantees that fiber will be built out to that location in an orderly fashion, right, Sneed? In an orderly fashion, maybe a month, 2 months, let's say hypothetically 2 months. But for $100 a month, for a X period of time, let's say 2 years, 3 years, right, Sneed? Right? It's a contract. You think people are going to do that, NR? People would pay $100 a month, just like Starlink, for fiber.
And you're going to run it. You're going to run it 10 miles outside from your hub.
I mean, that's a question for Sneed.
That's where the problem is. It's not in the monthly pricing. The monthly pricing, these people will pay $200 a month if you build it, but no one wants to build to them because it's a bad investment. So, like for example, I told Sneed earlier, if you look up fiber availability in
but
Greensboro,
the fiber can't be that far from a tower site though.
But that's different. So, example, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been into a hub, like a fiber hub. So the residential service equipment stuff goes to a different rack in the hub. Okay. They're just not combining all this stuff on the same fiber lines. They'll run pairs out there, but they're going to different racks for different things. If they ran that fiber backhaul 20 years ago with no intent to ever do residential 20 years ago, and now you want to throw residential on, you don't just grab a fiber and steal it. Someone's probably already using it. It's been sold or leased out. You got to run new stuff. That's the thing. And if you're building a fiber network, you don't just run one fiber right down through and you got it all. No, you're running multiple spans and different. You might end up with 1,000 pairs of fiber in a town. Just those fiber spools go up to 3,044 pairs. Okay, but back in the day they were running like 6 or 12 or 24 count fiber.
No, we don't want to say hi to you.
Okay. But so that's what I'm saying. You don't just grab the fiber off the cell tower and just hook into it for residential. That's not how it works. It's just not how it works.
The fixed wireless access is going to be a winner, man. It really is. You know, and you're going to have a couple carriers doing it too, right? You're going to have Verizon and T-Mobile doing it. I have more faith personally in the Verizon because I think they're going to have more spectrum dedicated for it, right? Because of the C-band. And I also think that Verizon, because of millimeter wave, I think that they're going to use it in rural America. I know that. I'm positive. I feel so confident in that. T-Mobile's not really going to do that. Even though they have a lot of licenses, I don't think they're going to use it in that scenario. But it's going to be good. I think the fixed wireless is going to be really good. You know, T-Mobile's selling it for $50 with autopay. Verizon's like around the same thing. It's like, I think it's 80, 70 with autopay, and then 50 if you're a Verizon wireless customer. That's not, I think that's fair. I don't know. NR, you think it's fair pricing?
Yeah. Like I said, these people will pay, man. It's not what the customer will pay. It's how long the provider wants to be in debt to get his money back.
Bruh, Kazi, I don't know about this air gig thing. I gave up on that pipe dream the first hour I heard about it.
Yeah, so let me comment on the air gig thing. So it's not dead, but it's on the shelf. I'll put it like that.
It's probably evolving into something different.
Yeah, the original air gig, just to clarify, was a beautiful concept. You would have through power lines.
They would beam it at the power line.
Yeah, so like through power lines, you'd have this like direct fiber connection, and then through the electricity lines, you would be able to get internet to like very rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
You would just put the device on top of like a wooden pole, but the problem is that it's just not possible. It's just not. It's a lot of investment, but the air gig project was put on the shelf. It's still patent, and it's still patented and everything, but it's on the shelf.
Yeah.
Bro, it ain't going a daggone place, man. Pipe dreams.
Well, the power company, like our local power company, was trying to do it themselves, but not air gig. They were going to do similar to Ethernet over power. They were going to do it, and they got blocked.
Who blocked them?
Who you think blocked them? Lobbyists, man.
I know, they're too big, man. So they got all that pull, bro. If they want to cut something off, they can.
Freaking lobbyists.
You saw what they did in Ohio?
What happened?
It's illegal to have a municipal fiber operator in the state of Ohio. Illegal. You can go to jail trying to do that, trying to give people home internet options. That's two companies. That's the Death Star and that's Spectrum. That's who it is.
Everybody I've seen that has worked for municipal fiber says they were underpaid as well.
Yeah, but I'm just speaking it from the consumer standpoint.
Well, I'm saying, say you were going to build a municipal fiber in your city, right? You want them to recruit good talent, right?
Yeah, of course.
To operate and maintain that network.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, our prices are great and we got high speed, but no one knows how to fix the damn thing because we can't keep good people around because we can't pay them.
Well, I'd say charge a little more. I don't think people should be opposed to paying $60-$70 for good fiber.
Government controlled internet, man. That's
yeah, but it's local government.
Nah, man.
How far can it get? It's not far from you.
Hey, local government people be robbing the damn government blind.
I know, but you'll find out quickly. My point is you can knock down a couple of doors and find the answers you're looking for.
Yeah. Well, it's like every time someone's trying to recruit me to work in like a government job that was network involved, they don't want to pay.
Bro, I swear to God, I'm half tempted, Beard, to just broadcast my own CBRS network. I'm very tempted.
Hey, I'm gonna try to get a picture of that guy's setup for you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Moose, you know what I'm talking about, dog. I'm gonna get the.
Oh, I already know, dog. I already know.
So no radio. Here's the plan. The plan is to go ahead and get the 5 gig AT&T and use it for backhaul for a CBRS network out here. And I'm going to try to monetize. I'm going to try to get the whole street before AT&T does. I'm going to get the whole street on CBRS, dog.
There's no legality. There's no legality issues with that.
That's the first thing I said, Moose. I said, I think it's illegal, bro.
Yeah, kind of.
Hold on, Beard. How are we spoiled, bro? I've been having to deal with Cox residual garbage can residue trash the whole time I've been here. Who do you got, Beard?
You need to start the world's first fiber MVNO.
I guarantee you, Beard's got. He's probably got AT&T fiber because he's just he's a few miles from me. He's close. He must have because unless he's got Cox, bro. I don't know. He ain't that far from me.
Like walking backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. So you're thinking I might end up in jail, dog, or I might get fined?
No, you're just gonna get sued.
I'm gonna get sued. I'm calling Charlie Yergin. He knows how to beat them cases.
They're gonna monitor your network traffic and tell you you're using way more than one home could possibly use and cut you off.
Oh God. So Sneedman, what else is on the docket for tonight, dog?
I think it's time we talked about the Verizon upgrade situation.
Love it. Love it. I 100% endorse any company that is not going to tell us on an earnings call, you know what? We're going to be starting to save money, like these goddamn thongs over there, the party.
Hold on.
No, hold up. No, this is some blasphemous. I haven't gone off yet, man. Wait, I'm getting there. We have these crazy executives, okay, that think that they can just pop champagne when they get to 200 points of presence, which doesn't mean anything.
Not all
okay,
of them closers.
It's ridiculous. But we have Verizon making moves that make the money, and I'll tell you what I mean. Okay, they actually know what the hell they're doing. Okay, so they're coming in. Yeah.
So Moose, did you want to do the T-Mobile 5G leadership thing? They keep winning these awards, dog.
Dude, there's no such thing as a leadership thing. Okay.
Listen,
I'll be very clear on this. Nobody cares about speed. Speed is only a measure of capacity. Okay. And by the way, this needs to be said today that the Ookla speed test app is officially no longer whitelisted on T-Mobile.
That is true.
That is facts.
That is true.
Since 2014, probably even earlier than 2014, the Ookla speed test app was whitelisted, which means that when you do a speed test, when you do an Ookla speed test on T-Mobile, it did not go against your data bucket or your data cap. Okay, now officially it is going and counting towards that data bucket or data cap. So if you are not on Magenta Max, you will be deprioritized after a couple, N41 speed tests. It's just a fact because it's just, the data is the data. So at the end of the day, this is what's going to happen. Okay. T-Mobile is going to get smoked the day that Verizon and AT&T turn on their C-band, turn on their CBRS on all sites, turn on their millimeter wave. T-Mobile's network is not going to be able to keep pace because they just are not going to be spending enough money to properly manage all of their areas that they have gaps in. Because like we've talked about before, you can't just build a network with macros anymore. You have to have small cells. You have to have in-building solutions. You have to have home repeaters for folks because there's not macros everywhere to the point where it's in my backyard and I have no problems with service. Can't be relying on Wi-Fi calling all the time.
I know, Moose. Big shout out to Texas Marine. Appreciate the super chat. Sneed, the Death Star shall rule all internet once more. The rise of the Death Star is upon us. DJ, kick the music.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so what Moose is basically saying is, in the recent history for the last several years, if you had a T-Mobile line and you were just running speed tests all the time, it didn't count towards your data allotment. So even now that we have these soft caps, it's like use 50 gigs. After that, you might be deprioritized during times of congestion. That never mattered because speed testing didn't count against you. It didn't count as used data. Now it does. So if you guys ever do an N41 speed test, you're getting 700 megs per second. That's a 1 gigabit test. That's 1 gigabyte of data. It's like, seriously, it's like 0.9. What for it to run the downlink and the uplink, it takes almost 1 gig. So if you do a couple of N41 speed tests each day, I mean, you're literally losing more than 50% of your data just in speed testing, in a couple of weeks. You're going to be on deprio like pretty soon after that. So it's going to change a lot of people's perceptions of their non-Magenta Max plans.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for the heavy data user, Magenta Max kind of becomes like a thing. Appreciate Texas Marine. Yeah, Fred, I don't know about all that. I think, Fred, you got to take into account all the C-band that's coming out there. So I don't know. I think there's going to be plenty of spectrum. You got the DoD Spectrum Auction 110 just wrapped up.
Your dogs.
That's 40 megahertz. For AT&T, that's Dish, that's AT&T, that's Verizon, that's T-Mobile. They're all getting spectrum. I think there's enough spectrum out there. What do you think, NR, for fixed wireless?
There's plenty out there.
Yeah, I think we're going to be good. 6 gigahertz will come out. 12 gigahertz will come out. I think there's going to be enough.
Dude, I told you we tested with just 20 megahertz in a rural area, and we were putting like over 200 people on a tower with 20 megahertz. Had no issues with throughput on any other houses.
That's fixed wireless, or is that just regular mobility?
That was CBRS. So we're talking about home streaming all night long with only 20 megahertz.
Plenty.
No problems. None.
There you go.
None.
There you go. And they're going to be network slicing too with the standalone 5G network cores, right? It'll be really good. I think it's going to be good. That sounds like the shady stuff Cox did. You have a data cap. Streaming movies through your cable box counts against your data. Really?
What? Really? That's crazy.
Big shout out to Latrell. Thank you for the super chat.
Cox is crazy, yeah.
I need you to fix this.
Latrell super chat. I don't know why it's not showing. This is weird. Thanks, Latrell. Appreciate it.
Daddy.
What,
Mommy said something to you.
Say what?
Mommy said you had to fix.
Yeah, I'll fix it when I get
Yeah,
off.
you got to fix everything. Come on, Dad. Fix it all. Everything breaks.
Yep.
Moose, did you catch any of that? The beginning of the C-band stuff with the altimeters in the very beginning. I don't know if Moose knows he's muted.
And I'm distracted.
Yeah, and so show's falling apart. All right.
Here she asked me. She said, "Why ain't you in your man cave?"
It's cold in there.
It's cold out there. I didn't refill my gas. Hey.
Daddy. Why are you not in your man cave?
Yeah, she ain't gonna leave you alone, dog. Trust me, I know. She's gonna be around as long as that camera's rolling. As soon as the camera turns off, she's gone.
Oh no, she's like this all day. Always up under me.
What?
All right, so maybe I should tell the people what happened in terms of updates for the Verizon build. I just want to let everybody out there know, be on the lookout for Verizon crews. It looks like they are in full effect. Verizon crews, tower crews are upgrading Verizon sites. My local area is getting upgrades right now as we speak.
I ain't seen him touch nothing.
You haven't seen him doing anything in your neck of the woods?
There was 2 guys on Farmer John's tower this morning.
Farmer John, the guy with CBRS?
Yeah, it was 2 guys up on his tower this morning.
Doing what?
I guess they're updating his stuff.
Upgrading his. Anyways, I'm gonna do some filming for you guys, but
all right, go throw it away.
There's 2 things to look out for. Number 1 is look for macro upgrades. They're climbing towers. They're going up. They're changing out all the gear. On my particular site, they're taking down old CDMA gear. I never really looked up at that site, dude. There's old 3G stuff still up there.
Wow. So what are I don't know what the panels are like in your market. What brand of the panels they're using?
All the stuff that's going up now is Samsung.
Okay. And your old equipment?
The old equipment is a combination of Nokia. I guess depending on the company, you're going to see some other stuff too. Verizon, it's all Nokia.
Well, we were getting CommScope. The Verizon
CommScope, yeah. But that's the old 3G stuff.
No, they were putting up new CommScope panels. The band,
really?
all the band 66 equipment out here
now
is CommScope that they were putting up.
Now
at our head end, we have a tower at our head end. The new panels they had out on the trailer were CommScope panels for the Verizon site.
What are those? The tall, skinny ones that come in pairs?
Yes.
Okay. Then I know which ones you're talking about.
Yep. Because they were still on the ground, so I got to see the stickers on the trailer. I said, "Oh, CommScope."
I was
asked
talking
somebody before about that. I don't know who it was. I think it was Caleb. Caleb was like, "No, CommScope's good stuff." I was like, oh, "Okay."
It is good stuff, but it's unusual because everything we're getting right now is Samsung gear.
Which I would imagine it may be like Samsung radios, but CommScope panels. I don't know. Who knows?
Well,
the whole point of Open RAN is they can use whatever.
Why?
Technically.
Yeah, but they're not ready for Open RAN.
Why?
Maybe not everywhere, but who knows? There might be experimenting.
Well, Dish is doing Open RAN.
Why?
You know.
Why, Daddy?
I don't know anything about Cellmax, Kazi.
Go with Carrie.
I have no clue. Never heard of Cellmax personally.
Cellmax.
Yeah, I know the JME gear that Dish is deploying. What is it? All those brands that they're using, all those crazy brands. They got Mavenir, they got VMware, they got all this unusual ORAN and VRAN stuff that's like I had to learn all that from scratch. Never heard of any of it.
Well, dude,
because here all the vendors provide all the software stuff, you know.
Yeah, we're mimicking them now. They're talking about doing you know how they're doing cloud-based 5G. Well, guess what? They're doing cloud-based freaking CMTS now. So we're just copying for freaking DOCSIS internet. They're copying everything the mobile providers are doing. Mobile went OFDMA, then we went OFDMA. Mobile's going cloud-based. We're going cloud-based.
So you remember I told you the conversation I had with the Cox employee? I was like, what are you gonna do, man, when you guys get run out of here? You know, AT&T's bringing fiber, Verizon's bringing 5G.
That's what we do. I've been in the industry 13 years, 5 companies. You can always get hired.
Oh my god!
They'll get interviewed. They're like, yeah, you could do it here.
He was real nice about it. I'm just like, dude, this stuff over here is trash. And actually, when I made that big stink, you know what ended up happening is they ran an investigation. They started looking through. They found 3 people illegally pulling cable, dog.
Okay, so that means you guys still have analog?
They were illegally pulling cable to us.
You got analog? No wonder your stuff's trash.
It's trash.
Trash.
And you tried to tell me that it would still be fast and it was DOCSIS 3.1. Man, get out of here,
they got analog, dude. So that means they're running like freaking 52, 53 transmits. So them BR, MER shit out there.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, you guys are laughing. You act. And you know what's crazy? Like, I don't live in the middle of the country, dog. Like, this is a well-developed area. You know, like to have AT&T DSL and then Cox residue, like this is terrible.
Whoa, hold up. This is AT&T fiber now. Calm down.
Well, now it's
yes.
I got you, dog. Don't flex too hard.
They're like 10 years late.
I can't wait. Okay, listen, NR. I'm telling you right now, dog. The day that my man Sneed gets the fiber, I'm gonna be popping champagne bottles. That's a legit.
Champagne.
I'm going to expect all your videos to be 4K.
I'm gonna be going to get tacos El Gordo. No joke. Right. I'm gonna go down to San Diego. I'm gonna be like, this is a toast to the Palestinian brother from another mother over there in the Palestinian corridor.
The corridor
of Cleveland. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a revolution for the SMT. We're gonna be upgrading the channel to 4K.
There you go. 4K.
Everything. 4K camera. He has the Lambo on deck. Just wait till you guys see the Lambo video on deck. I'm telling you, people don't even know what the hell we're talking about, but you'll see. You'll see. Look, it's the #1 router in the market. You can't even get it. It's out of stock everywhere.
Okay? Yeah, I think we got the last one.
Yeah, it's $600 router. Wi-Fi 6E, Asus AXE 11,000. Okay, this thing is a beast. It's unbelievable.
This is crazy.
How big are the channels on that Wi-Fi 6E?
The 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi, I think it's like 180 megahertz channel, and then the 5 gigahertz channel is also 180 gigahertz.
Good lord.
Yes, or sorry, megahertz. Get megahertz. So I'm telling you, man.
Hey Moose, can I have them run 2 lines into my house?
I don't think 2 lines, dog. I don't think you can do 2 lines, dog.
You don't need it.
You don't need 2 lines, dog. What are you talking about, man?
I do.
What?
I do.
For what, dog?
I have no idea. I just want 1 line going to the lower level, 1 line and staying at the top level.
Oh my god!
Dude, you can run a whole hotel off of one line. What the hell, dude?
So I can't do any. I'm not allowed to do something sweet. You just got to rain on my parade. You and your mango juice, bro. See, this is why our people don't have anything, bro. Yeah.
This is actually mango, pineapple.
I just told you I knew it was mango.
With a little bit of papaya.
Yeah, and it's spiked with the papaya. I know.
Yeah.
That's how the exotic folk do. They drink a lot of papaya. You know? All right, man. All right, fine. Sneed just wants everything and something to make up. I know, dude. I was living that cox life. It was terrible, dog.
I still can't believe it. I'm still getting over analog right now, dude. I can't believe it.
Bro, you guys act like I made up the fact that it was bad. You act like I didn't say that.
I didn't say that. But now you let me know like it's a whole nother level of bad.
It is another level of yes, it is absolute tomfoolery.
That's probably why. I know why it sucked now. Why your internet was so bad though.
Yep, and everybody kept fronting on me, and I kept making complaints with the FCC. Bro, I filed an FCC complaint on the lady I filed an FCC complaint with. How about that? I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, she was an idiot, man. I told her I don't want nothing except leave me alone. And she's like, no, I want to make it better for you. We're going to give you the service. You don't have to pay for it, bro. And then they billed me after I didn't use it. She's like, how's the service? I'm like, I'm not using it. She's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. Trust me. Look, there's not 1 megabit of usage. I don't want it. Bro, they billed me for like 3 months after I filed the complaint.
Ridiculous, man.
Did Cox do contracts or something?
I don't know I don't care, bro. I was like, well, apparently I have to sue you guys. I don't know what else to do.
You know, Peter the bearded dragon.
So let me ask you this: what else is on the docket for today?
I don't know. We're about to get Pete in here, and once Pete gets in here, it's all hands on deck, bro. So I think between Moose, NR, and Pete, we probably have a guy that this is a dream team connection right here. So like Pete works kind of within the industry, but like very, very technical guy. But he has a very fun way of delivering it. So this is good.
We go back and forth on this.
What the hell is wrong with you two? Of course he can get a line. His basement is apartment B, his upstairs is apartment 1.
See?
But why the hell would you do that? If one goes down, they're both down.
Well, if it's coming off the same line, why can't I run 2 lines?
But you can run 2 lines.
But there's no reason to do 2 lines. It's going to be 5 gigs.
Moose, shut up. If the man wants 2 lines, the man can pay for 2 lines.
Look.
Oh, I got to pay?
Yeah.
Of course you have to pay, man.
And this is but they're doing, bro. See, this is again why our people don't have anything, bro. We're supposed to expedite.
If I wanted a second line, I would have to split. I'd have to petition the town that my house is 2 units and then pay an extra $50.
I don't have a door down here, dude. That's like separate.
That doesn't matter.
You need another power meter too.
Nope.
in my market.
Yeah, so, you guys do a separate meter.
I've worked with someone and got them 2 fiber lines in one location, one in an apartment, one in the main house. They share a power meter and a residential address.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Pete, can I ask why you're like lurking in the jungle, bro? Like, what's going on behind you, dog?
I love my neighbor Totoro.
It was great.
Let me change my background for you.
What are you switching it to? We going to the tundra now, the frozen tundra?
Actually,
by the way, are you guys in snow yet, Pete?
Can't. We got a flurry on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure we're next, bro. We got a winter storm advisory, I think, within the next 24 hours.
Lake effect. Same reason why they don't want you getting that Canadian spectrum.
Oh, nice. They got a form. You call, you say someone is moving in, they run a new line. Look at that, bro. You guys.
Yeah, but you got to pay for 2.
Bro, listen, I'm going to call and I'm going to demand it. And if they don't do it, I'm going to pretend like I'm going back to Cox, bro. Like, you do it or I'm going back.
Sneed, they're AT&T. They're going to go, what are you going to do? We're the phone company.
You ain't lying, bro. You know Pete's still pissed about his night and weekend minutes, NR.
Vendetta.
He's still...
He's not about his rollover minutes.
No, this predates the idea of rollover minutes.
Oh, Lord.
Well, of course. I mean,
back in the singular days.
Right. Ameritech.
We have people that are buying lines from the United States and shipping them to Mexico because it's cheaper for them.
Yep.
Okay, that's the crazy part over here, man.
It's also cheaper than Canada on Los Mobile.
There's some eSIM vendors that are cheaper than what the prepaid vendors offer.
By the way, Patreon discount for Los Mobile. Check it out. Link in the description. Not a sponsor.
That's right. Save you $5 to $10 on your Los Mobile line, man. It's pretty
Los
good.
Mobile. Get the most mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Not a sponsor.
Use it for my fresh eSIM.
Wait, have you tried it yet, NR?
Not yet, but I got my eSIM now.
Dog.
Okay, so
NR. God, NR, I'll send you a 13 Pro Max right now. You give me that blasphemous comment again? I swear to God, dog. You haven't tried Los Mobile? Oh my God.
Bro, but he won't do an iPhone though.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send him. Like
I'm not gonna get him
like
I'm not gonna get him a
Samsung?
6 Pro. I'm not gonna get him a Pixel 6 Pro because the modem sucks. Confirmed by PC Mag.
Bro, the modem doesn't suck.
What?
It's not industry.
Hold up.
It's a Cadillac.
Compared to the S21.
Moose. It's not as good as the S21.
Whoa. Hold up. Compared to the S21. The S21 blew it out of the water, and it wasn't even a competition.
Okay, so Moose, is a Toyota a good car?
I love Toyotas. They saved my life. Thank you very much, Toyota.
Are there more powerful cars than a Toyota?
Well, if we're talking about speed.
My point is this. The processor, the modem are okay. They're fine. They're not as powerful as the Galaxy line. I understand, but that doesn't make them bad.
Okay, let me hold up. Don't try to defend. Don't try to defend the Pixel because this is the exact same argument between an Intel modem iPhone and a Qualcomm modem iPhone.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh yeah.
Moose, we're gonna stay friends now.
Of course, bro.
Simmer down.
You're my brother, my dog. You're my brother. It's a friendly convo.
The problem with the Intel versus the Qualcomm situation, you're talking about the iPhones from before, right?
Yes.
My wife would lose connection to her Wi-Fi 20, 30 feet before I would. That's important. I'm not disconnecting my Wi-Fi.
We're not talking about Wi-Fi, dog. We're talking about cellular.
I'm still getting there.
When
I was running the LTE speed test next to my wife when she had her iPhone with the Intel, right? She was getting half of the LTE speeds I was. I'm not getting half of the LTE speeds that the Galaxies are getting. I'm getting less millimeter wave, right? That's noticeable. I'm getting 2 gigs down. The iPhone is getting 3 gigs down.
However, Sneed, that only makes a difference for those lucky souls in millimeter wave markets.
Exactly. There's no difference in the LTE. In fact, I can prove based on the testing the other night, when I was in that gym during my daughter's practice, the Pixel was the only service working on Verizon or T-Mobile. The iPhone did not. And that's Qualcomm. So before we go judging the bandwidth, which I understand, right?
Bandwidth is important.
Bandwidth is important. But a signal is more important. What's the bandwidth if you can't pull a signal? And by the way, the CBRS is better on the Pixel. I can pull full bandwidth on the Pixel, and the Galaxy runs half. I'll get 350 down on the CBRS on the Samsung. I'll get 600 down on the Pixel.
I am loving the N41 on this compared to the Pixel 5.
Yeah, it's better. It is. It is better.
The Pixel 5 was okay. This is a noticeable improvement.
Josh, the phone is good. It's a great experience. I get the Galaxy is more powerful.
It's not the Cadillac.
I get the iPhone is more powerful. I've said that. It's still my main phone. This still has my main SIM in it.
I have this and a Galaxy Fold Z2.
I want to try a Fold. I want
The
to get
Verizon SIM performs better in this than that one. I'll say that much.
Moose, you got to get a Pixel, bro, to understand.
I mean,
the
look,
experience, though.
I purchased a Pixel for my good friend, Mr. Eric, okay, the crazy coder guy, okay. But
does he like it?
Will say, well, of course, I mean, he likes Pixels. He also has used iPhones, but here's the thing: he has noticed that compared to his Pixel 4 XL that he came from before the Pixel 6 Pro, his signal strength is significantly worse in his house. That is a fact. That he tested both, dog. He just swapped the SIMs.
It's crazy.
I like Kazi's comment. The Galaxy is a Supra. The Pixel is a Camry.
They're both Toyotas.
And the A series is the Corolla.
Listen, I would have loved the Pixel 6 with a Qualcomm X60, dog. Come on, Sneed. Come on, you can't deny it, dog.
Here's what I think is happening, though, Moose. We're caught up in the raw power of the cellular. This Pixel 6 Pro is the most intelligent phone I've ever owned. This thing freaking learns, dude. I know it sounds crazy, but this thing learns. It learns battery behavior, usage behavior, app behavior. This thing is freaking smart.
This is all software, dog.
That's my point. This is a phone experience. I'm not just looking at the cellular and saying,
Sneed,
what can I get on millimeter wave?
Sneed,
Samsung is copying Pixel.
So Sneed, with autocorrect, compared to the Pixel 5, this is picking up my grammatical quirks when I'm typing, and then says, puts a blue underline and says, do you mean this based on past behavior?
I'm going to tell you guys why.
I've never had that with a phone, not even when I was using somebody's iPhone on the newest iOS.
So what Pete is describing is, this is a phone that is going to do exactly what Google wants it to do because of the processor that they selected. If they would have went with Qualcomm, they're at the mercy of Qualcomm for support. This chip is going to be more customizable, more capable for what they want to do with it. Okay, so if you want to buy your phone strictly for bleeding edge tech when it comes to cellular modems, you buy the Galaxy, you buy the iPhone. Go ahead. But if you're looking at more the computational side, unique computation, right? So we're talking about the transcription. We're talking about the tensor chip, all the things that it does with the cameras. I mean, it's still the best camera in the game for photography.
I haven't even tried the camera yet. I've had this for a week and I haven't tried the camera. I've been blown away by everything else compared to the 5.
Pete brings up a good point. What are you coming from? He's comparing to the Pixel 5. This thing's leaps and bounds above the Pixel 5.
I mean, it's on par with an iPhone 12 Max.
It's a good phone. It's just not a Galaxy when it comes to raw power. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a reason why C-band has been tested and proven on an S21 series phone.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Another thing I like about the Pixels is the Android experience that Google sends with it. And I looked for this feature on the Galaxy running One UI 4. This option's not there. There are options to restrict certain things for secure processing only. So I haven't looked at an iPhone 13 Pro Max, but if it's not there, this is the only phone that will do secure processing only.
I've been using the Pro Max, the 13, a lot lately. That's a pretty incredible phone. The display is amazing. It's very powerful. The battery life is legendary. Dude,
do you have an option to do processing exclusively on your secure enclave?
No. can't do that.
And we're the privacy company.
I mean, there is some really cool features on the Google phone. I think the best of both worlds. I think you own both. You know, if you really want the best of both worlds, like everybody wants iMessage and FaceTime, you have an iPhone and you have, you know, if you like Google and Android, you could do that. You know, what are you doing, NR, for your phones?
S21, man.
S21. So you're all about that
You
raw
see what I'm
power.
saying, dog? You see what I'm saying, dog?
But I'm an Android guy. I got my Nord as my secondary. I still got my OnePlus 8, but I'm team Android. But you guys are comparing Pixels and iPhones, but I feel like the Pixel is the iPhone of Androids.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, it's apples to euros or shawarma.
Shawarma.
It's apples to shawarma.
Josh, I give the best displays to the Galaxy phone. My S20
Ultra.
Well, I had the S21 Plus, and I still think that one had a better display than my 13 Pro Max.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just that lower res.
It doesn't matter, dude. So something about displays you guys got to keep in mind.
Color quality is what you're looking at.
Not just that, the interaction too, the touch response, the haptics.
Oh yeah,
that
absolutely.
Stuff matters too. Yeah. So if the display has a good brightness and resolution, but that experience, the touch is bad, you got to downgrade the rating on the display.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
I do wish I had more haptic feedback from.
Of course, the Samsungs are primo displays. They make the same displays for Apple. So
yeah, but they don't give them better displays. They don't give them the best. They keep the best for themselves.
They keep the best.
Yeah.
Like I always used to look forward to the Note because the Note always had the best display, brightest, best resolution, best quality, best picture, everything, and you could see it.
I have a Note 4 that I got launch day.
Quad HD.
Quad HD. My nephew's grandmother on my phone plan said she needed a phone. I'm like, okay, I have this. It's an extra one. And man, that thing's still damn good.
Could you imagine if you put some custom ROM on there? I bet you that thing would still cook.
Oh, it was cooking with the custom ROMs. I just got pissed off when it wouldn't let me access my bank account. Then I went Team Pixel.
Because the Note, it stopped getting app support.
Yeah, and to put on a custom ROM, I had to break Knox, and then apps like Chase and Pokemon Go wouldn't work.
Yeah, I learned that lesson.
Yeah, so it's like...
Yeah.
I'm still saying that if I could get a Play Edition S21 Ultra, the Pixel wouldn't look as tempting.
That's right. That's right. There it is, Nikki. Absolutely. They put up, so the Verizon upgrades, they put these two tall panels next to each other. And then on the outsides, they'll do CBRS and millimeter wave. They put them on top of each other. Yep, that's right, Nikki. Nikki, you know all so well, man. Why do you have to know everything about the Verizon? T-Mobile's simple. They put up one huge panel and one tiny, eeny, teeny panel. It sticks out, you know it. AT&T,
but no millimeter wave yet.
Not yet.
Oh, you don't have 3 on your towers?
I'm now getting ultra wideband.
Yeah,
the
garage. The 266 dual panel.
Yeah, that's right. It's the ones for the mid-band, the PCS and AWS. Yeah.
I'm now getting ultra capacity in my driveway.
So it's getting closer to getting in the house. Hey, because here's the thing: they put up one more site near him, and it's probably going to work in his house.
The moment it goes 3/4 of a mile.
3/4.
It's underpowered and the azimuth is off.
3/4.
You call them; they could change it, dog. They do everything for you.
Shit.
Probably get more.
Maybe for him.
Get more leverage talking with Caleb and them.
Bro, they're trying to send me a freaking sale booster. Remember?
Oh, they've sent me 3. They've sent Sneed one for my account just because I called them.
Well, they what it was, I called about a problem with my business not having signal, and they wouldn't even send me a cell booster, so they were going to reimburse me for me to buy an actual cell booster on Amazon.
They sent me 3 boosters for free, no problem.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. I just switched to Verizon.
Hey, if it doesn't work in your market, it doesn't work in your market.
All right, he wants me to disable the brightness. Okay, what is True Tone? What does that do?
Makes it so you don't when you're looking at a picture of yourself, Sneed, doesn't think you're like Nubian.
Yeah, see, the only settings, it says automatic, dark or light, so you could choose the theme, and then it's got the True Tone, but it's not on auto.
Yeah, turn off True Tone, dog. Turn off True Tone.
All right, True Tone is off. It makes it a little bit whiter, like a little bit bolder,
because it doesn't use the warmer tones around you, basically.
Is there anything else I should turn off for the display?
No.
I mean, it's a good display, dude. I really like it. I just think the Galaxies do it the best. That's all.
For me, the number one thing I notice on any display is how white the white looks.
So you don't care about the blacks?
Well, no, I do, but I care, but you can't adjust just the black. Not on AMOLED, it's perfect black.
OLED, right?
But I'm saying the white. So on some screens, the white looks kind of off-white or brown, tingy. I like my whites and blues to just be pop.
Yeah.
So
perfect, clean.
One thing I need to do with the 6 Pro camera is get my ethnically diverse friends together and take a picture and see how well it comes out.
Oh God, you got to make sure the phone's not racist.
Well, they said it was
everything's gonna be all white.
No, in the unveil thing at the presentation, the Google event,
yeah,
they said it reproduced skin tone the best of any camera encountered.
Yeah.
So I need ethnically diverse friends, pigment diverse friends, and see if it's true.
Bro, I don't do Siri, so if you can't tell me where to find the setting, it ain't happening, Chief.
Oh my God.
The best way to use Siri is to disable it.
There you go.
So on my Wi-Fi here, every time I ask Siri to do something, she tells me she cannot do that at this time.
She could not do it at any time.
Nope.
All right, so we gotta. Speaking of the Pixel features, NR, this is a life-changing feature.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have a contact in my phone and a number calls me, it automatically screens it.
Oh yeah.
Google answers the phone for me.
Oh yeah.
I haven't answered or responded to a spam or scam in how long has it been? 2 years or 3 years since that feature? 2 years, right?
I haven't in 2 years, so that's the best I can tell you.
Speaking of that, I had a guy I work with. He works in the sales at Spectrum, and I would call him when he first got his Pixel. I think it was a Pixel 4 or something.
It's the 4 or the 5 had that.
And
feature.
I called him a whole bunch of times, and I kept getting that damn Google Assistant thing, right? I went up to him one day. I was like, man, I've been calling you. He's like, man, everybody's telling me that. It was screening everybody out on him, dude.
Oh, so you had to text him for him to get a hold of him?
Yeah, so he was like, it was some, I don't know if it may be fixed now, but he found out it was screening everybody out of him on his damn phone.
Mine only screens what they assume could be a spam call or a scam call.
I get a vibrate. It goes scam likely and throws it up. Or ring, just throws it up. And then I can read it. However, if it's a verified caller from T-Mobile or Verizon, it will give me their ID even if they're not in the phone.
And I will say this too, since we're talking about that. Verizon doesn't identify people as well as T-Mobile did. If I can, somebody who I don't even know could call me and it will give me their name from their account. People on Verizon, if it don't know you, it don't know you. It's just a number. It doesn't ID everybody.
Anybody who calls from my line that I haven't requested a specific caller ID for, they just get Tech Guru LLC. Same if I call a landline.
All right, bro. All those were off. Josh, all of them were already off, so we're good. The display is freaking bright. Sheesh.
No radio. You haven't tried.
Roku's been on a suicide mission for 2 years.
Yeah, Kamikaze Kid. Dual SIM on the iPhone 13? Absolutely. Yeah. Actually, in my opinion, I think they do eSIM the best.
Can you see that?
Yep, Boricua 2021. Yeah, Spectrum.
So I don't know if I told you I won an award for a top employee in market.
Yeah, nice.
My daughter, I just randomly got a package on my porch from the company. They're sending me to Puerto Rico.
They're giving you a trip.
Week. Yeah.
Nice, bro.
Man, I miss having a university department that does that for me.
But I don't have a clue what the hell they just mailed me. I didn't even know.
It's probably anthrax.
Probably.
That was a thing, 20 years ago?
Yeah, I don't trust him as far as I could throw.
Here's my big youngin right here.
Hey, youngin. Where's your little sis?
The man didn't even tell me hi when he came back.
Oh, my goodness. You're supposed to give hugs and kisses to all of them.
I know, right? But
I know they all miss you. I know you're a good dad. They love you. They missed you.
He didn't even give me a hug or anything when he came back.
That is blasphemous.
That's
you got to do it on camera now.
First thing you do.
I've been out of town, Sneed. I told you.
I know.
I'm done with him.
Slap him.
All right, hormones.
Here,
so this is what I got to look forward to, huh?
Yeah.
This is what I got to look forward to.
Yep.
So I haven't used Los Mobile yet. Carlos keeps telling me he's sending me a sim.
I thought he was DJ Khaled.
You want to do a sim, Pete, or a physical sim?
Sneed, she called you DJ Khaled.
Why? So her too, huh? So her too.
Hey, I asked him if I should do eSIM. He's like, no, I got an activated SIM. I haven't sent it yet.
I think physical sims perform better, Pete.
Yeah, they do on Los Mobile.
What's up with the unlocked Samsung US phones disabling eSIM? I have no idea. I thought they were getting it with that new.
It's in
update.
One UI 4. Most the official releases has been bumped back to January.
How about this one? How about this one, Pete? Switcher deals. You want to talk about them?
Sure. Are those the ones where you gorge on turkey and then waste $3,000 in cell plans?
$1,000 switcher promo, all new and existing customers on all carriers now, dude. They're all doing it now.
Yes, but they're doing it when you're doped up on tryptophan.
So, Pete, I'm surprised. I really thought it was going to be T-Mobile that did it, but it actually turned out to be AT&T. What are your thoughts and opinions on AT&T giving all new and existing customers the same $1,000 free iPhone deal? So you can get the Pro. What would that be, Pete? That would be the S21. That would be the iPhone 13 Pro. You'd have to pay $100 for the Pro Max. That would cover the Pixels. The Pro is 900, so it covers that.
Mm-hmm.
The first company to do it was AT&T. The first company to do it was AT&T. All customers, new and existing.
Gift card.
So,
because in years past that would have been John.
You remember your VCR clock? It was 24-hour and stuck at 1300. A busted clock is right once a day.
Once a day. But weren't you surprised it was AT&T and not T-Mobile?
Yeah. I mean, T-Mobile has been doing, at least you've been paying attention to it, and I'm echoing what you said, aggressive promos to get people to latch on if they think they're behind in their quarterly numbers. And that would be the only time we saw an aggressive switcher promo out of T-Mobile, but 1G. I don't know how they do it. They must be just syncing that into Discovery.
What we're also seeing is that it's expensive to get customers to switch. Right? They're coughing up the money on these phones, man.
It's expensive to get customers to switch for one reason. We are stubborn mules.
But I don't switch, man.
I don't switch either.
I don't like the whole switching experience. Like, NR, you just switched. You went T-Mobile to Verizon.
Yep.
On necessity, because the old lady was not feeling the call.
Not happy. Yep. Cost me $1,400.
So my old lady was.
And then Verizon paid for it.
Yeah.
My old lady was on AT&T here. She's like, that Wi-Fi calling's a blessing. I'm getting on T-Mobile.
Oh yeah, no unlock phones. AT&T Wi-Fi call.
No,
that's right. That's right.
No.
Bro, I wonder if they're still doing it. They said that it's been getting better.
It's based on the phone, but in Boulder, Colorado, and Longmont, Colorado, AT&T is either dead or congested to hell. So basically dead.
FirstNet didn't help.
It's not deployed.
10x10 slice could help.
Yeah, but it's not deployed here.
They did get Denver though. I think AT&T was the top performer in Denver.
They got Denver, but 35 miles northwest of Denver.
Lavendi, you got a good point. Verizon will only do it on the plans that are above the starter. So AT&T does it on any plan.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep.
Verizon makes you get either the middle plan or the higher.
The
plan.
Pro Max Beyond Infinity.
Hey, they give different. So I was looking at the T-Mobile Black Friday deals, Pete.
Yep.
They will give you everything if you switch to Magenta Max. I mean, the deal gets sweet. Like free watches, free $1,000 phone. Everything's included if you go with the Max. If you don't take the Max plan, like if you do it on like a regular Magenta, it's half.
Yep.
They're really forcing the Magenta Max.
Now here's the funny thing. If I went up to 13 lines, I could probably get Max for like 15 a line.
Are you seriously thinking about getting Magenta Max?
No.
Because what would that do to the bill?
Would you
lose
I
any
don't
free lines?
Get enterprise negotiation, it would more than double.
It's not worth it, bro.
Right.
No, considering when I'm on the ultra capacity, I can tap 4K, buffers for a second, and then I'm off to the races.
That's what yours does?
And tell you the truth, it does the same thing on my home Wi-Fi.
Ethan is saying that some of the promos are including the Start Unlimited. You're going to have to read the fine print, apparently.
Yep. Some of them do the starter unlimited, like you can get a 13 mini.
Okay, so specific phones are included?
Yeah, and it's kind of like the T-Mobile and Verizon is Verizon the top two unlimited plans they offer, the Beyond and Pro Max Beyond Unlimited Plus. They had horrible names. They should have just said low octane, mid octane, and high octane or something.
I actually kind of liked what T-Mobile used to do with their naming. It was Magenta and Magenta Plus, and that made it pretty clear.
Yeah, so with the two higher tier Verizon plans, those are basically the max for T-Mobile, the equivalent. You would find that if T-Mobile had a middle ground between max and base, they would also include the middle ground in the promos, but at a $15 upcharge. It's like, really? What are you going to do? But, the base unlimited, the unlimited starter, like the kids unlimited, they Verizon treats basically like T-Mobile does with Magenta.
480p.
Yep.
A little bit extra sometimes, depending on the app.
Oh,
hey, NR, you want to take this one?
It's on any phone now.
Well, I've been on Verizon since August. It started off rough. Having the whole limited video.
720p.
Yeah, but then even that buffers.
What?
Yep.
I told you that.
The grandfathered unlimited plan I have from Carlos from Verizon buffers 4K Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
Even
I wonder if it's
I'm
congested.
60 down, probably congested.
Really?
My tablet doesn't buffer 4K Netflix, and it only gets LTE.
Interesting. I have the same line from Carlos in an iPhone, and I think it's like 40 some megabits. It's like 42 or 43 megabits on fast.com. So mine does the 4K pretty good. I'm surprised, actually.
Yeah, I have the highest plan, and I still got to pay another $10 just
to get my
video not to buffer.
Bro, literally Verizon.
That's their only weakness.
It is the weakness, though. It's so stupid. You're paying up the wazoo. Dude, I pay on my old legacy plan. I pay the $10 add-on for two things. For the ultra wideband and the 1080p video. That's what the $10 covers. And really, it's about the 1080p video.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how you're going to do an unlimited plan and not offer 1080p. I still don't get that about the whole industry, actually. I think every device, if the device does 1080p and the bandwidth is there, give it to the customer. 1080p.
I would say at a minimum, at least put it on your highest plan. If nothing else.
No, a highest plan should get 4K.
No, the highest plan thing is what No Radio was talking about with Verizon, since I'm assuming he's not in a millimeter wave area.
He's not.
Yeah, I got to go looking for that stuff.
Yeah. You're in the ocean among the islands like Cleveland and this one park in Denver.
That's it in Denver?
One park. That's the only place Stetson has found it within 200 miles. One park in Denver.
Yeah. C-band will be more meaningful, obviously.
And dude, there's a tower. Not a tower. There's a light pole with millimeter wave on it. And it's like in a damn alley.
Yeah, those drug dealers need something to do while they're waiting for something.
Like legit, it's in a damn alley.
Hold on, they do put it in the right place, like MSG. Come on, Pete. They do.
I'm gonna take a picture of the one. It's like in a little side street where nobody goes.
NR, were you on the Periscope live stream when I found a node pointing to Lake Erie?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
Yes,
it was literally pointed out to the lake. I looked. I'm like, that node is pointing to what?
So,
because I look at millimeter wave like it's intentional. You purposely have to point it where it needs to go. Like there must be an apartment. There must be something.
Now, are yours in your market? Are they in like sets of 3?
Yeah, 3 sector.
So no. I'm talking about sets. So like there'll be one that actually has a radio gear on it. One on all our millimeter wave is on light poles, and it's not sharing a light pole. They're putting their own light poles up, running the fiber straight to it.
We have pre-existing infrastructure and installed poles.
Yeah. So on ours, the antennas are always in groups of 3. So there'll be a 3-sector site here, and then down the block, that same radio equipment is running the next set of antennas, and then there'll be one around the corner like an L shape. That's how they're building it here.
That's different. Okay.
They're going like on a corner here.
Yeah.
Then they'll go down 2 blocks and put one in another corner, and then they'll go to like an L. And you can literally drive through each area where they have it. That's exactly how it's built.
Ours have all the radio gear integrated into them. So
now ours have one with the big radio gear on the side of the pole on one pole, but I think it's running 3 sets.
Might be.
Yeah,
Pete.
Sneed, it's so nice of them to put it up in MSG. I mean, the people going to a homeless shelter, they need millimeter wave. I mean, you're not going there for a Knicks game.
Oh man, the Knicks are actually decent, Pete. Stop fronting, bro.
They weren't last year.
They were good. That's when they started getting competitive last year.
So when they shut down for COVID, they were 0. wins. So they were told not to play again.
I know. And then they put the millimeter wave in. They noticed nobody was watching the games, so they felt comfortable. And then now they could just take the millimeter wave out because people are watching the games.
But then people are going to complain that their kids can't watch Frozen in those $1,000 courtside
Let
seats.
it go. Let it go.
Oh, remember that adult
That's a big term.
streaming service I was talking that Verizon would be the first to add? It's been added to Xbox games with gold.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a gold membership and it's in there?
Yep.
Man, Microsoft don't give a damn,
They're
bro.
they're targeting a certain demographic. with
Yeah,
their
they sure
content.
are, man.
Men in their 30s.
I know, and the OnlyFans. Sheesh.
Free $5 a month credit with Amazon Prime.
Same setup around the Jersey Shore. Yep, the Jersey Shore is loaded with millimeter wave. Why can't Comcast give me 1.2 gigs? I'm paying for one. I get half the speed.
I gotta come to your house and
Lake
see
effect.
that.
Ricky, lake effect.
I gotta test it
Bro,
myself,
he's in the
bro.
Keys. It's
Yeah,
RFK.
lake effect.
Lake effect.
Yeah, there's too much salt on the line.
I gotta go test it, dude.
I know. So Pete always blames the Badgers and the Gophers for outages over here.
All I'm saying is, when I was doing house calls, they would always tell me I'm paying for a gig. I'm not getting it. I'd walk in there and get a gig every time. So
on the Ethernet.
On my, I always take my computer because I don't trust other people's pieces of junk. I walk right up in there and get it every time. I go, it's your computer. Bye.
Hey,
I'm just telling you what happens, dude.
I'm gonna ask you to do a screen if I can do a screen share soon.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
How do I do that? Oh, share.
Go down to the bottom where it says share, and then you could do share screen, and then should be like Chrome tab or window, whatever you want to do.
It's gonna be a window.
What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Oh my God, Situation and Schnooky got millimeter wave. That's a daggone shame, bro. They got the poof and all that.
One ping. I'm so jealous,
bro. Guess what the AT&T fiber is going to be doing over here? They're saying it's going to come up 0 ping because it's going to be 0.1 milliseconds.
Sometimes I get 0 ping.
See,
you're killing my 7 milliseconds. You're killing me.
Okay, so what's the difference between 1 and 7 in
barely anything?
Like when would you sense the difference?
When you're streaming 4K Stadia before your data cap runs out.
Okay, so talk about streaming. So I tested out the Amazon with Luna. I tested out Luna. Dude, I was able to play Luna over a damn Wi-Fi hotspot with no problems. No lag, nothing.
Yeah, and then they disabled your hotspot allowance for the month.
No, not on my T-Mobile when they didn't.
Oh.
I still had T-Mobile then, and I was streaming Luna to my freaking laptop.
What type of bandwidth do you need for that?
Well, supposedly Luna was what, 15 to 20, something like that?
15 to 20 simultaneous all the time?
Well, yeah, but you know daggone well I wasn't getting it at every single second.
Yeah.
But it is an N41 site with 700 down on it.
Must be nice, man.
But the ping's like 16, 17. So
yeah.
On my hotspot, I only tend to lose data when I'm connected to not my computers.
The thing about the N41, all the DSS stuff, you look at the latency. I mean, 12 millisecond pings for LTE, that's still good, but it's like, how low do we have to get to really be happy about where 5G is, right? So, like,
I'm happy with sub 10. Anything sub 10.
You'd be good with sub 10 at the end of the day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pete?
Sub 10's fine. I mean, it's not like we're doing precision surgery.
Yeah, but that's the thing. 5G networks are supposed to.
Only in certain specific low latency applications.
So that's where the network slicing comes into play.
Yeah, and there will be a sacrifice for capacity download speed to get that less than 0.1 millisecond latency.
What's the sacrifice, Pete? 50% bandwidth?
No, we're not doing a 50% back bandwidth at the moment. 100% 5G is essentially enhanced mobile broadband, which is what LTE was, which is why I'm calling our current 5G just the next step on LTE. They're for the sub 1 millisecond latency on 5G. They're going to be deliberately selecting bands within 3 to 10 megahertz where they can reliably deliver a maximum of that low requirement.
So if they set the parameters for 5 millisecond as the max, it's always going to be that or better?
It's going to be 5. It's going to be like 4.9 or lower.
Okay.
Because the carrier could get fined based on a service level agreement if it goes beyond that.
So who's agreeing to get operated on for the very first time with that?
Not it.
Not it. That's all I'm saying.
Not it.
Whose grandma's going to say yes for her hip replacement with that?
I'm sure there'll be some experimental procedures. I'm sure there's going to be some experimental subjects.
I mean, an appendectomy could be a good case for those, where you need a steady-handed surgeon, but especially in the U.S., they're not available at every hospital, so you get wait time. So if one is in standby in a nearby city, it's just, pick up an Xbox controller and zap, zap, zap.
Bro, Anthony, you are standing under a tower site? Because, that's crazy.
Negative 68, but what's your SNR, though?
Yep.
I mean, for him to be getting 11 down and 24 up, you must be very congested site.
Yeah, dude, that is hard.
Or you got a lot of noise or something.
Or they need millimeter wave.
Yeah, right. Could be congested. Hey, millimeter wave will get you there. If you're sub 6 gigahertz getting minus 68, you'd probably be getting minus 89 on millimeter wave.
Yep.
That's another thing. So I've been monitoring that. So that same tower site, the macro that has millimeter wave on it,
mm-hmm.
when I'm on band 6, was it band 66? I'm getting like negative 82.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting negative 92 on millimeter.
It's on the same site?
That's good. That's really
It's
strong.
on the same site?
Same site.
Negative.
It's reaching.
Negative 90 is quite
what
a
kind
bit
of gear
quieter.
is it? Ericsson or Samsung?
I can't get close to it where it's at.
Well, maybe the sector is pointing directly at you, and then the PCS is or the AWS is kind of going the other way.
Yeah, because I found that site by accident. I was just driving along one day, and my phone went to ultra wideband. I was like, "Where?"
Pete, can they point millimeter wave up, sort of, or does it always have to be pointing down towards the sidewalk and?
They can point it up.
Where does it go? How far will it go?
Depends on humidity and the spectrum band. But
if you're using the 28 or the 39 gigahertz,
if you're on 28 gigahertz, it probably go into the first tree you bump into. But if it's open sky, you're probably going half a mile.
Has anybody tested for rain fade on that 28 gigahertz?
There's some.
I've tested in some of the elements like rain and snow and stuff like that. It still works, but all our stuff is near the end user, right? It's near user equipment. It's all sidewalks, And
there is some rain fade, but the beam forming that has been deployed by Verizon has overcome 70% of the downside of that.
Okay, so Pete,
I wouldn't operate in the rain on millimeter wave. I'll tell you that much.
I'm gonna tell you guys this, man. I don't agree with Ricky's process all the time, but he's right about one thing. Low band 5G sucks. It's not fun. Yeah, but that coverage is we were satisfied with the coverage over LTE. I know it's a 20-30% improvement.
Hey, in some places I've noticed this is replacing 3G.
Pete,
you know what on Verizon.
You know what I look at low band in 5G in the 5G era? I look at it as a range booster for mid band. That's really all I'd look at it as. You know, it's the N41 is going to get a boost from the N71. The band 5 is going to help the millimeter wave and the C band for Verizon. You know, that sort of thing. That's how I look at the low band, honestly.
Yeah, it's a range booster. That's it.
Yeah. Because at this point, with density coming, like we need sites everywhere, right? So what is low band really doing?
It's so if you're on a trail in the middle of nowhere in Nevada and you break your leg, you can call 911.
I wonder when T-Mobile's going to decide to do their 911 over band 71. They're still doing it over band 12.
Did you hear what Caleb said with the 5G stuff? They're going to be doing it over 71, 41. When they move it over 12 to 66, their millimeter wave.
Bro, that 5 megahertz band 12, I hate it.
Their C-band.
It's useless, dude.
It's so useless. Bad.
I can't even make a phone call on it.
You can't do anything.
Okay. That's how I feel about Verizon Band 5 LTE.
What about 13?
Try 13. Tell me how that works.
Well, 13 works better than Band 5 does here.
Wait, really? How?
It does. It just does.
It must be the DSS. Dude,
it's the DSS. It's the DSS, absolutely.
It's the DSS.
13, I think I know what's going on with him and his market. They're not using a dial-up connection.
Yeah, our Band 13 works way better than Band 5. Like if I'm on my phone and it's going sluggish and I pull up Cell Map or anything, and I'm like, I'm on Band 5 again.
Okay, so
get off Band 5, I'm good.
Okay, so you're new to Verizon. Let me tell you what Band 5 was. Band 5 was on 3G. Right? Yep. It was converted, I don't know, in like 2016 or 15. I don't remember when exactly. My market, I think it was all the 3G. The only thing that was left was I think 5 megahertz of PCS for 3G. That's gone now too, right? But it was moved over to LT and then immediately, like within a couple years, DSS. So that spectrum has been a transitional spectrum. Like it's like a redheaded stepchild. It's like, come get your whoopings over here.
Well, what you expected was CDMA, and they're finally getting some good glue.
But Band 13 has always been solid, right?
Slow, but
I mean, you're getting 10 megs, you're getting 15 megs, yeah.
Yeah, I think we have 10 megahertz of
but
Band 13.
Everybody and their mother is on Band 13. Name a device that doesn't have Band 13. Even the oldest phones are going to have Band 13.
Yeah, but they ain't using data.
What do you mean they ain't using data?
I'm using data, not them.
Yeah, well.
Hold up. Let's see.
Get on that 5 megahertz PCS, dog.
They got their 1 gig plans that they don't even use half of every month.
Band 13.
There's Pete's iPhone 3
4S.
4S.
Band 13. By the way, Band 12 was good on this.
Yeah, because there was 1,000 iPhones across the entire country.
Yeah, and now, trying to do anything on Band 12, I don't know, Suicide might be a good alternative.
Yeah, Band 12, Band 5, both trash.
If average consumers watch this, they'll be clueless. Dang.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's that bad.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, at least this isn't the Patreon only stream. By the way, Anthony, if you want to see the Patreon only stream, sign up to Patreon in the description.
You want to do one Sunday, Pete?
Sure.
You want to do one, NR?
Yeah, I'll be available Sunday. Yep.
All right, I'll send you guys. You guys want to do it in the evening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way,
Monday.
Patreon only streams. They're a riot. And again, if you want to see it, only on Patreon.
We let the hair down a little bit on Sundays.
A little?
I know it's a bit of a holy day, but we let it rip a bit, I have one question. What does gigabit class LTE mean? That's just the most recent LTE,
8x8
I think.
MIMO.
Yeah, that's the most.
There you go.
Yeah.
REL 14 coming to fruition from the 3GPP.
You know, Pete, they're still upgrading cellular modems, LTE.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, each generation of modem and stuff, like it's still getting upgraded.
The REL 14 LTE standard allowed for a maximum throughput capacity, if the QCI allows for it, of 1.25 gigabits per second.
Oh, Pete, I forgot to tell you. I should just frame this as a question, a general question, because I think your opinion is important. And you already know the answer to this. But Pete, what is a future-proof backhaul for a macro tower site in 2021 moving forward?
Macro. You got the 10 gig fiber, or depending on the distance between hops, you could deploy 38 gigahertz millimeter wave.
Guess what Verizon is doing through the entire city?
38 gigahertz millimeter wave?
No, the backhaul.
10 gig?
25 gig.
Man, I'm waiting for T-Mobile to enterprise on the 10 gig in here.
In your market? And they could start doing some millimeter wave.
Well, even on the N41, we'd be competing with the ISP with speed.
Actually, if you think about it, Pete, they're going to have some C-band clearing in 2023.
Yep.
And they might get some of this DoD spectrum, the lower 3.4, right? 3.4, 3.5. So they could use it. Yeah, they could use
I didn't say that.
we were speculating that they may.
Yeah, 100% speculation.
I personally think that the way that Spectrum Auction 110 played out was AT&T 40 megahertz national, Verizon top 50 situational, 30, 40 in some cases. Dish. Sorry, Pete. I know. I got Dish going 10 to 20 megahertz national. All right. Hate me. Fine. Okay. I got Charlie buying 10 to 20 megahertz national. Okay.
Yeah, but here's the beauty of buying the C-band. They're not going to have to deploy that until 2028.
I know. He's got other fish to fry right now.
So if you put a 6-year delay on it, when will we see it? Add 6 years to that 2028. You know he likes to hold on to spectrum.
Why you guys tag teaming right now? You guys are vicious.
We have no faith.
I know.
Real quick.
You don't want to fix Samsung washers?
Yeah.
So about 2034, we'll see that.
Man.
So Zachary Webb says near him, T-Mobile has a gig backhaul on the N41 towers and only band 2 only. It beats the 5-carrier CA from AT&T.
I bet you the market share is the problem there.
Yep.
People need to start getting more evenly distributed on these networks, man. People got to move over. Yep. I've always thought that about markets that, like, say for example, Verizon, they have so many tower sites here. They have so much market share. They're not the fastest carrier though. The fastest carrier here is T-Mobile. But
same here.
And AT&T's really fast too, but most people are on Verizon. Mm-hmm. You know?
So how about you to answer Tony's question about the 2.5 gigahertz auction?
Yeah, man. How will the eventual auction help improve T-Mobile N41? It's going to help them in two places. It's going to help them in places where they have the fragmented spectrum. So there are like the EBS
clear wave
licensing. Yeah, the like take for example Nicky T, where he lives. It's really like his county is like some places 20 megahertz, some places 40 megahertz. They can't go 100 megahertz. They don't have the licenses. So if they clean that up, if they get auctioned, they'll go in there and get the other 60, 80, 100, whatever they can get their greedy paws on. In my estimation, I would like to see T-Mobile just get all of it. I really don't want to see Verizon coming in trying to get 20 and 40 and AT&T coming in trying to get 60 and 40. It's just stupid. I want clean ownership of these licenses, right? Like
it'll benefit the customers.
Exactly. The spectral efficiency on the bands will be better. Yeah. You know, the customers don't have to worry about phone compatibilities and all this other nonsense.
I cannot disclose how that auction is going to be set up.
Pete, are we going to know in like 3 months?
3 to 4.
Because nothing's public about terms or date.
The terms are going to be a doozy.
So, okay. There's a special format that T-Mobile wants. You think that's going to play out to their benefit? I forget the name of the format, but do you think they get their way? Because they kind of it was kind of political about the whole thing. They wanted it. AT&T was pissed. They said no. You know, I forget the name of the auction.
The format is only going to benefit the customers.
That's good. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But I still would have kept them out of one of the Spectrum auctions.
I cannot disclose what's happening with the format.
Yeah, I would have kept them out of. Well, if they were out of this Spectrum auction, I don't know if they
were not allowed to be out of the Spectrum auction. There is going
How about the next one, Pete? 3.1. Keep them out of it, or would you let them in?
So, have the Cleveland Browns been doing better?
Whatever, Pete.
No, there are literally things I can't talk about.
I know, man. See, but they're the things I really want to know. Like, I don't want to know what you had for dinner. You know, like, I mean, you're my homie, bro, but I just don't, you know.
You're going to get it in a text message after the live stream.
It's a good thing we got the RCS, bro. Keep that secure.
Yep. I can't get eavesdropping. 2 people might get fired.
Mm-hmm. X55.
And I might get blacklisted.
Nah, you ain't going to get blacklisted, dog.
No, for some of the stuff I've mentioned.
Probably better aggregation.
Oh, for the X65?
We talking with the LTE and the 8-carrier aggregation?
That, and then also the NR aggregation, too.
Yep.
You're going to get wider, you're going to get more millimeter wave bandwidth. You're going to get more mid-band bandwidth.
Yeah, you need way more millimeter bandwidth, apparently.
Hey, when are they going to start doing more of the MIMO stuff on millimeter wave?
I mean,
like hardware-wise, like tower gear. They have to. What do you mean? We could, bro, think about it. Aren't we about to start doing home internet over millimeter wave?
Yeah.
Okay. You act like it's not good to go from 4 gigs to 10 gigs per second at a node. Yeah, okay.
Hey, Sneed, which phone is your Verizon SIM on?
The Pixel.
Sneed, have you ever heard someone sell internet to a person?
RCS.
What were you saying, NR?
Have you ever heard someone sell internet service?
Heard someone sell?
Yeah, have you ever heard a conversation between a salesperson who's selling internet to a person? Have you ever heard those conversations?
No.
How many computers do you have?
Oh, 5.
How many
devices?
Has nothing to do with a good way to sell it. My point is, damn customer don't care. They don't know what the hell 10 gig is. They're like, I got 10 computers, so I guess I need 10 gigs, one for each. That's what.
So I have the option of getting 10 gig, but I can't justify it.
You're gonna have to find something big enough to download. You're like, where is it at? Where is it at?
Dude, Carlos has these test downloads that are freaking crazy.
Well, yeah, you can get those generated on the fly.
Yeah, it's like 10 gig, 30 gig.
Well, so they've got an online test out there that generates the file on your computer as it's loading it.
Oh.
So it can basically be infinite size of a file. Yeah. So you generate the uploaded data on your computer on the fly, and it generates on the other end on the fly. It's just BS data. It's not even real files, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Big John.
Thank
Appreciate
you for John Macalina in. Was up from LA.
Michaelian, bro. Michaelian.
Michaelian was up from LA.
He's a second cousin of the Kardashians.
Hey, the Kardashians should be giving us some super chats.
I know. Tell them to send that. Tell them to send over the racks, bruh.
Yeah, man, they got it. They over here. They moving soccer teams from country to country.
Dang.
You heard about that?
I haven't. That's the first I heard of it, actually.
Yeah, Kim K moving an
Kim
entire
got a
soccer
team.
team.
That's a daggone shame, bro.
She moved one out of Afghanistan to Europe, to the UK. The female soccer team.
See, they're funding the super chats. Told you, bro. Kardashians, dog.
Nice.
Yeah, they got soccer team money, man.
Mint MVNO Prio. I mean, you got to know about the expectations, man. When you go MVNO, that's the Prio is real, dog.
Yeah, it is.
Unless you're in like a market that has a lot of small cells and millimeter wave, there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to keep up with the capacity. Maybe with C-band, maybe things get better. Maybe with N41, you know.
Oh, it's already better for all
right, exactly. I'd say as the mid-band deploys better and densifies.
So I told you I got that Metro line just to play with it. And
how is it?
Plus, I wanted a free phone. So to add to my collection of phones, I only got like 30 of them. But if you run like the InPerf test, dude, loading web pages is brutal on freaking Metro PCS. But it plays video perfect.
Uninterrupted.
Florida Keys Tech USA. I want real 5G. Yeah, I do too. Waiting until carriers deploy Rel 18.
Rick, ain't it hunting season? Why don't you go find the skunk ape and take them out?
So, real talk, I'm trying to get into Rel 19.
Time frame?
2024.
Damn, Pete. What is that considered? Release what?
19.
Like, okay, so release 18
Rel
is
19.
So release 18 is where are we at right now? 16?
We're on 17.
17. Okay. That, I mean, time frame. Yeah, that's. Damn, I can't believe it's about to be 2022, Pete. That's crazy. The year's done.
I can't believe I'm about to get a master's degree.
By the way, we're going to be doing an online celebration. We'll be doing it
will be the Friday after or Saturday after, because I may have an absent hangover.
Are you going to let your hair down, Pete?
My hair is always down.
Always down. All right. I got work in the morning, gents.
Hey, I was about to segue saying, let's get if you want to do a super chat, we're gonna be wrapping it up soon.
This is where Pete does the rapid fire. I don't know if you've ever seen this on our.
So if you want to leave a super chat, the benefits of release 19 will be disclosed once release 18 is done and release 19 has been formalized. The reason why there's a chance I can get into 19 is they still have call for comment.
How long do the comments stay open for? A few months?
It depends on the organization.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Pete. You got to do this one.
Florida Keys Tech USA for the $5 super chat. # dump skunk. I don't. So is # dump like you're taking a dump?
Yeah, Rick. So the craziest thing is this phrase originates from probably, I'd say, like 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago when the pandemic first started.
No,
we literally had nowhere to go.
This is way before pandemic.
No, this was 2019 November.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, November. Okay,
when they were talking about firing up the N71.
I do remember that. Yeah. I remember when they took away the Spectrum and jacked up the LTE that I thought I was going to be getting. I was like, this is cool. I had to go and buy a 5G phone, so I could get the more, because the bandwidth is higher on the 5G side. So I was like, all right, I got to go buy that freaking what was it, the Note 10 5G? Whatever they were. The first generation of 5G phones, and they were terrible. They were awful. The worst.
Pull up that Vivian comment.
What's up, Viv?
Yes. It can get up to 200 gigabits because of the what was it, gigahertz wide channels you can do on there.
Why stop there, Vivian? Just go to terahertz.
God.
To hell with it.
That's 6G.
Right.
Bless
you.
200. Well,
Hey, Vivian, you're gonna have to be hashtag replay crew. We've been at this for 2 hours 10 minutes. Well, I've been at this for an hour 10.
That's enough.
Been 210. Yeah.
At me and Adam been carrying the but Adam's got big shoulders. You know he could do it. You know he could carry the show. I could have left.
He needs a shoulder rub, man, for all the lifting he's done.
I remember somebody told me once. They said they commented on one of my videos. Sneed, give your channel to Pete and just leave. You know, they said just let Pete take over the show and you just get out of here. Yeah.
So what you got to do, Sneed, is start a whole network and you'll have different shows.
$5 super chat from Ethan M. No excuses for putting it off the hashtag OnlyFans, SMT OnlyFans when fiber is live.
See, this is why our people don't have anything, Ethan.
Yep.
You know?
Zero Cool, your hashtag replay crew.
Yeah.
Vivian, that is a damn good router.
Hey, Steph, good to see you. Which one? The Unify Wi-Fi router?
I almost bought a mesh system from Unify, but I got the Amplify Alien.
Zero Cool in the building. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna have to do the streams in 4K.
You're
gonna have to.
Sneed, we're gonna have to find some 4K cameras.
There's no excuse. Yeah, I mean, you got the bandwidth. Do it, right?
How much I need to do 4K?
Let's see how much a 4K webcam is.
I think.
By the way, this is a sneak
15 meg
preview.
do it.
This is a sneak preview of how Patreon live streams work.
Maybe that's something I should do for the Patreon. The higher quality content, higher res content. You know, maybe that could be one of the perks.
Hey, for $50,
Ricky,
I can get myself a 4K webcam.
Ricky, why you bringing up the panties, dog? Why you bringing?
He's watching Only Skunks. That's what he's
watching. Only fans on skunking. Oh man, 4K, of course, right?
They would know.
So, Stephanie, if you ever see my streams on 1080, that means I did it over OBS. That's what that is. Whenever it's on StreamYard, and I got guests, it's always 720p. Oh, dude, 8K streaming? Oh, snap, bro.
We're not in Japan.
Here we go.
So
a thong in 4K.
When looking for a 4K webcam, make sure the megapixels are above 14.
Don't they usually go like 48 and such?
No. Well, 14 megapixels is 4K according to the diagram on Google Photos.
All right. We'll talk about it. We'll make a good purchasing decision. I'll see if I can get a deal on Black Friday or something.
I'm gonna have to find a second. I'm gonna have to find a good one myself.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. We'll do some group purchasing. And you got a good camera recommendation?
Not yet. You know what I'm streaming off of?
Yeah, that's pretty slick, bro. Your camera your quality looks really good, actually.
Yep. Pull up that last Michael chat.
Oh, easy.
Sign up for the Sneed Army tier.
Yeah, you got to get it's the SMT, Super SMT tier or the Sneed Army tier. And I
don't do my tier. Definitely don't do my tier unless you're feeling lucky.
Pete be doing too much, man. Be doing the most. Yeah, you can go there. You can get that.
Stetson has it too on his Patreon.
Bro, I think we got a good thing going on with Los, man. I think it's a good setup. You know, you support our channels, we get the discount. You know, it's pretty nice.
So Michael Locat Loke, hope it's Loke, says, I do not need 4K. I want my 1 TB cap to last me a whole month.
Yo, NR.
Cut it down.
I don't have caps.
Yo,
Cut it
NR.
down to 1080.
You remember how it was? Okay, so I told you about the guy who told me to get rid of the channel and just give it to Pete, and I just leave. I got another one from somebody who blames me for networks being congested. He says, Sneed, it's your fault the networks are slow.
He must didn't see the study.
No. I'll tell you whose fault it is. Dishes.
I had a person tell me, I don't know, this was probably around my first couple hundred subs. He told me, he's like, this channel's going nowhere. Just make a gaming channel.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I had somebody tell me that.
It's a different
I had
generation.
somebody get my family involved and start name dropping people in my family recently. So there's a strange phenomena that happens. So you're not a thong, right? NR, you know what a thong is, or you know how the guys talk about thongs, right? Like, there are people that strangely attach carriers that they pay money to. They create this weird association like it's their family. Like, don't you dare talk about my carrier. You know, you can't say anything bad about my carrier. See, the problem is I say everything bad about every carrier. So I'm going to offend everyone who thinks that way. Right? Bro, I am not here to defend a corporation. I'm not in that business. You know, I'm here to protect and inform consumers. Right? And some of these people, dog, take it too far, literally name dropping family members in comments, bro, being like sick and cruel and rude and disrespectful. I've had to block a lot of people, and I try not to block anyone because I just don't want to have that type of a thing, you know, like, oh, Sneed just blocks everybody. But these people are crossing the line, man. You know, they're saying things like name dropping my daughter, bro, in their comments. Just it's unbelievable. But the crazy thing is, Pete, it's only one type of person, and you know which carrier they belong to, man.
AT&T. Oh no, that's them listening to me talking on here. No, it's T-Mobile.
There's that group of people, you know, they're over on the Reddit, you know, they're just attacking. They're sick. Those people are sick. Yeah. To bring up my daughter, dog, in a comment. Sick.
I'll be out looking for somebody. But
see? So Ethan M said Logitech Pro 4K for a 4K camera. Best Buy is selling those for $150 at the moment. That might be a New Year's purchase.
You know what the problem is with my channel? I have reoccurring investments. I got to pay my cell phone bills on all these lines, and the iPhones are expensive, dog.
Hey, most of the lines.
Yeah, we got the magenta one is taken care of. Hashtag gift Pete. Yeah.
Hey, that's why I'm producer tier.
Yeah. Hashtag magenta OnlyFans.
Magenta OnlyFans.
And on that bombshell,
let's do it.
Peace.
See you guys. Thanks for watching.
All right, fellas.
Peace.